See, the All-Star game to me then got so watered down and just uncompetitive. I think if a player got selected to the All-Star game and went out there and kind of really started playing ball, the other players would actually look at him like, you know, I think they would be offended. Like, what you doing? This is an All-Star game. Look, in my opinion, and I'm sure others share this opinion with me. I definitely would believe they do. I feel as though, you know, the All-Star game to me, it's not good no more. People not even trying. And like I said, I think load management and stuff like that kind of help create a soft culture in the NBA. I think social media and, you know, branding and stuff like that, which I have no problem with, but I think is making things kind of soft and pity-patty. People are afraid to look bad. People are afraid to try hard all the time. I think that, see, look, what happened to, remember when you was coming up, or if you still coming up, and you was playing ball, the ultimate thing you wanted was to be wherever the best dudes was and say, where they at? They over there? Let's go. That's what I want. This is supposed to be, for one half of the season, the best of the best. This is where everybody should be like, okay, this is what I'm about to go right here, right now. The All-Star game. This is the best of the best, right? Where that's at? Where that went? Like, people, look, there can't be no level of, you know, trying to, you know, let iron sharpen iron. Just like iron sharpen iron. Let's get out here and play. Don't you get, what they get, like a week off, like 5 days to 7 days to, you getting a long break after that. And look, I don't expect people in the All-Star game to go out there and play like it's game 7 of the NBA Finals. I understand it's an exhibition and it doesn't count. Don't get me wrong. But you can't have no level of competition. People just moving out of the way, don't contend. And like I said, somebody gonna feel played if somebody actually go compete. If somebody come out there from the start and really start competing, they're gonna feel up. They're gonna, oh, you trying to show me up? No. There's just a soft culture now to where in a arena with the best of the best, I'm not supposed to try hard. Listen to that. It's the best of the best. And if somebody actually tried, like, I'm going to play ball out there today. Because I done heard people say, I done heard players in the past, one of them said, hey, they going out there to get the MVP. And another superstar sounded offended that he said that. Go stop him. Yeah, tell them, yeah, no, you ain't, not if I'm checking you, you ain't getting the MVP. Where that? Go do that. What's the problem with that man saying, oh, this the best of the best, I'm going out there, come on, let's go ball. He felt offended. See, this is why I think that to bring some level of competitiveness back, because it used to be, but there was a time where it wasn't this. If I was in the league and got the All-Star Game MVP, it would mean nothing to me. That's all it mean was somebody let me hit some shots and I was on. Because nobody ain't playing OD. They let me go through football. What do you mean? To me, it don't mean anything. But it wouldn't mean anything. That's another video I'll make, the MVP and all that. I'll tell you why it wouldn't mean nothing to me anyway. Even if I got it of the entire league. But I think to bring some level of competitiveness back, they really need to do, and I know they do this in the rookie game, but you know, that's not considered the best of the best. They need to do the world versus America. Cause you know, there's a little tension, underlying tension brewing. People saying the game being more European. You got a lot of faces of the Giannis, the Joker, Doncic. These are like 3 of the best, possibly 7 players in the league. You know, so people starting to say, man, maybe, you know, the better players in the league are the Europeans. And some people, oh no, I still think it's the American players. Embiid is he not European, but he overseas. See, he not American. You got some real heavy hitters. Jamal Murray, he from Canada, right? He not American. You got some real heavy hitters who not American. Of course, you got some heavy hitters who are American. And that's becoming a thing. American players and European players, you know, people, you know, you hear little murmurings and stuff of somebody, oh, people from up there is soft. People this, all the American players aren't really that. They're more athletic and physical. The European players are more skilled. The overseas players are more skilled. I think that when you get the best of the very best, and with this potential, what style is better type of thing brewing, you may get a more competitive all-star game. And I think that's what they need to do. They need to just scrap that and just do the top Americans, top world. I think they should have the same format as far as the starters. You just go ahead and let the fans vote who they feel like should be the 5 American starters, and they should let the fans vote who they feel should be the 5 starters to represent the world. Now, I know some people will say, and I understand, some people will say, well, that would cause some people to get snubbed. Well, you know, every year you can make a debate that 4 or 5 people got snubbed. Let's be real, right? Because I know some people were saying, well, the world probably don't have enough people every single year that's good enough to be an all-star, right? You probably have 8 dudes who you can probably make a argument of the world that should be that can pretend, like for a guy like Sabonis. He made the All-Star team this year, but he had times in the past where you can say, okay, that's an All-Star caliber player. He didn't make it, you know, for whatever reason. Not saying he should have, shouldn't have, but you're gonna have some American players or some people say, I don't think he should have made it this year. I think this other guy should have made it. But for the most part, whether it's American or whether it's world, you're going to probably have at least 7 or 8 people who people can legitimately say, okay, I think this guy should have been an all-star or was worthy of being an all-star. And you might have 3 or 4 people who say, well, I think he could have been, I think this guy should have been in his place. So that always happens. But I think it would be worth it if you can get a more interesting, a more competitive all-star game. Because right now it's just bad. You know, think about it. Why? The dunk contest, it's going down. It got to the point where people be talking about get rid of the dunk contest. Now it's to the point where the All-Star game, what do you got? The skills competition is going to be the most exciting part of the All-Star weekend. Because it ain't the dunk contest or the All-Star game no more. Remember, that used to be the pride and joy of the weekend. You couldn't wait for for the dunk contest. And all boy, when the All-Star game with all them stuff, it's going down. It needs to be fixed, and the ultimate question is, why has it gone down? Is it self-culture in the NBA? People don't want to compete. Ooh, I'm scared how it's going to look. My brand? What's going on? What is it? You tell me. Give me your opinion about it.